Hey guys, Sodenrod here. This video is gonna be more of a whatever video. Due to the fact that it touches base with a few things, but really I don't feel like putting a title. Um, I had made a video a little while ago about my thoughts of Islam and stuff, but based off of local experiences or experiences that I have dealt with. But I have removed it because, frankly, because of where I live. Not because of fear or whatnot. It's bullshit. It's bullshit to put up a fight against it. Against something that really I have no chance of winning against. Due to lack of culture that the country that I live in, you can slap on the label of multiculturalism on a nation like Canada, where I live. But really, what is multiculturalism? If it's a culture of its own, or is it a lack of culture? Sure, you could look it up and it'll tell you it's supposed to be diverse, a variety of cultures, and it's supposed to be very tolerant of all people, cultures, and religions. But is it really plausible? Um, I don't think so. Because if it's not religious indifferences, then it's just clash of cultural style. You know, like say for instance, the hostility that some French people have towards English, or how some English have towards French. Even it comes down to bare bones in terms of difference in language. You know, like, oh, well, they sound like a bunch of frogs. Well, those limey bastards, they sound like their tongue's been cut. Um, you know, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work because one of them's gonna want to have the right to be able to say, well, I don't want them sitting on the same table with us. Um, or I don't want their symbols of where they come from or what they believe in my school. So it starts to diverge from this fantasy of multiculturalism to secularism, where, we don't want to offend anyone, so we won't have any kind of symbol at all. Whether it be Christmas, Yule, or winter solstice, or Hanukkah, or, Ramadan. You can't have any of those because some dickhead's gonna be offended. That this there is no sense of culture in a country like Canada, uh, because it just frankly doesn't exist. It doesn't. It's not like a country in Europe or even in the United States. They even have a sense of culture, even though they have a lot of diversity of people. An American identity. What does Canada have? Think about it. Whether you're Canadian or if you're an American looking at Canada, you just think of a leaf, but what the fuck does that mean? What does it mean? Um, I don't know. It's just, there's no substance. There is no substance. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of ups to this country, but when it comes to culture, it's terribly lacking. Terribly lacking. And the laws that are based around it's like it's made out of fucking eggshells, you know? And we don't have the same freedom of speech like the Americans have here. Um, if you say anything that may be remotely prejudiced or sort of racist, you can get in a lot of trouble for it. At least in publicly speaking. I'm not too sure about whether or not you could voice your opinion on the net, but you know what? I don't really give a fuck. um, but yeah, it's sort of censored here to a degree. Um, all in the ruse of, oh, we don't want to offend anyone. We don't want to tread on their rights yet. There are some cultures that dictate, they should be the sole ones, and they should be the only ones. I could understand people that take the pacifist route, like, oh, well, it sounds like a great idea. Why can't we all just get along? Because we can't. you know, I like even myself when it comes to even in the political spectrum of things. I'm pretty far left. Even to some degrees of saying I'm a communist, but you know what? Its fault is there too, and that's because of the greed of people. It's I want to call myself this. I want to believe in the cause, but you know what? It's probably a pipe dream. And the same could be said about multiculturalism. It's pretty much a pipe dream. There's not really much more to say about that. It's fantasy. It's a delusion, I think. And I guess I'm kind of delusional of thinking in some sense it could work. But again, experiences have taught me otherwise. It looks good on paper. Just like communism, it looks really fucking good on paper. But in practice, it falls fucking flat on the face because someone fucks it up. You know what I mean? It just gets fucked up. So we try to improvise. And when we improvise, it's never the same ideal. Never the same ideal. Anyways, I want to hear your thoughts on it. Maybe I might make another video about it. Touch more base on it. So yeah, share it in the comments section. You could troll if you want. I don't really give two shits anymore. Can't avoid that. Uh, so yeah, peace be with you, and hope to hear from you people. See ya.